Hey guys, so this is a completely different environment. I'm literally in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, getting ready for a friend's wedding in their bridal suite at the church because they're elsewhere. And I want to go over my 30 things before 30. This is essentially the list that I'm going to be trying to accomplish over the next 6 months before I turn 30 years old. And now some of these things might become just like a short, so it might not be like a full-blown like 10-minute, 20-minute long video, because you can only like make those like so long, right? So it might not be part of like the actual like long form series. Okay. So while I go through the 30 things through 30, I'm also going to be doing my makeup. So that way I can double time, because this is probably not going out until Monday, but at least I can say I filmed it on Sunday, which was like part of my goals, all right? So one of the things that I want to do is create a morning routine. This means, like washing my face, like reading the Bible, eating breakfast and everything, and just getting ready for the day before the gym. So that way I kind of like just have it done. And I think I just really want this done before I turn 30, so that way I have a solidified morning routine and I no longer try to come up with excuses where it's like, oh, like it's because I didn't go to bed on time. Well, if I start going to bed, closer to like 7:30, 8 o'clock, then it doesn't matter if I wake up at 4, because I had my good 7 to 8 hour sleep schedule that I need to have going into my 30s, or even now. You guys need to sleep. You're not seeing results because you're not sleeping. That's just that. Another thing that I would like to do is visit 10 local coffee shops in the DFW area. Now, this doesn't mean I'm going to Starbucks, I'm going to Dunkin'. I mean like local coffee shops that are only in the DFW area. If y'all have any recommendations, let me know, because that's something that I would like to do. I think it would just be more like a fun lifestyle thing, but just finding like a favorite local coffee shop would be really fun. Take a cooking class. I've never taken a legitimate cooking class, and I think that would be so much fun. I don't know what kind of cooking class that would be, but I think it would be quite intriguing to just do something new in that way. And I'm gonna see if maybe like a friend will come with me. I have no earthly clue. I wanna take myself on a solo picnic. I just wanna make like a cute little picnic. Maybe I'll bring my dogs, maybe not. Just bring a good book and just have a picnic by myself in the park. This is probably gonna be later in the fall when it's not so hot in Texas, because Lord have mercy, that sounds like a nightmare unless my picnic is like for breakfast and I'm going at 7 a.m. All of these are food related, but trust me, they're not all going to be food related. I wanna try baking something that I've never tried baking. And so I don't know if this is gonna be like baked Alaska or something else, but that's something I also want to attempt on doing. Take a helicopter ride in a major city. And I've already checked off this, and it'll be in next week's episode. I went to New York, that's all I'll say. But I wanted to take a helicopter ride in a major city, and New York just seemed like the place to do it. I want to take a pottery class, and I mean like a legit pottery class, not a class where you go and there's like a small little spinning wheel and you're not like pumping. Like, I want to go to an actual, like, you're throwing down the clay and trying to figure out what you want to build. That kind of class is what I want to do. I want to write a letter to my future 35-year-old self. So I don't know what that's gonna be like. I don't know what I'm gonna write, but I'd like to write to myself for 5 years from now, technically 5.5 years from now, just to see what it was like when I was 30 and just to kind of like reflect back on it. I wanna go on a sunrise hike. Now, I do not think that that's gonna be in Dallas, Texas, so I have no idea where that's actually going to be or where I want to do it, but it is something that intrigues me, and so it's something that I want to do for myself. Now, regardless of if I bring my dogs, I have no idea. I love hiking. I've gone so many places, from national parks in Colorado, California, New Mexico, just so many places that I've gone hiking, and so I kind of want to do it again, but as like a sunrise hike, so early morning, beautiful weather. I've done it once in Ouray, Colorado, and that was like the longest 3 hours of my life because I ended up going way too far. I definitely got shin splints and I was hurting all over afterwards, but it was worth it. I as a 29-year-old, want to attend a wine tasting. I've gotten through my sweet wine phase, so I want to kind of like starting my red wines and trying to figure out like what I might like. So I'm just kind of curious like what kind of red wine I might be intrigued in, and so with that, I want to do a wine tasting. Don't know where, don't know how. Maybe I'll go with my parents to Fredericksburg. I love Fredericksburg. I want to take myself on a solo date. Now this is going to be different than a picnic date. It's going to be a solo date. So I want to go to like a nice little restaurant and just take myself out and enjoy myself. I don't think that people take enough solo dates, and like just getting comfortable with being alone at a restaurant is so important. I think anybody could go to a restaurant with another person, but going alone just ups the game a little bit. I think I would like to go to a steakhouse. I love steakhouses, so I just kind of want to bring y'all along on me going on a solo date. I want to complete a 30-day mobility challenge. So whether that's just stretching every morning before I go to the gym, or making sure that I do just something like that, I just want to try to challenge myself in doing some sort of mobility challenge. Literally just that, just challenge myself. I don't think I challenge myself enough, and it shows. I'd like to watch a sunrise somewhere unforgettable. Now I might be able to combine a few of these things so that way I can actually tick these things off, because I feel like 6 months is kind of difficult to get a lot of things done, but I'm gonna try to keep them as separate as I can. But we're just gonna have to see how I'm doing on time and money and PTO from work. I want to also take a solo weekend trip. So no dogs, no friends, just me, myself, and I, and just a solo weekend trip. Now, it might be a staycation, it might be somewhere like a few hours away, it might be somewhere a few states away. I still have to plan these things, but my mom loves planning, so I'm gonna ask her for her help. I want to interview 5 different people about what they might have learned in their 30s. And so I'm just going to have like a designated set of questions that I'm going to ask 5 people, whether that be family, whether it be friends, and just kind of see like what did they learn in their 30s, and then how can I take that into account of what I'm in my 30s and try to live my best life with their advice. Something that I've always wanted to do ever since I got Vera is take professional photos with my dogs. Someone please tell me why I still have yet to take cute pics with my children. I have no idea. So I would like to get that off the bucket list. So not only do I want to do a mobility challenge, but I also want to do a 30-day fitness challenge. And so I know I mentioned like doing push-ups. I totally meant to do that for this one. The mobility would literally be like stretching, an actual like mobility challenge. And I would have to look up to see what kind of challenge I'd like to do for both the fitness and mobility. But just trying to like keep like movement and fitness within these 30 things. I have like fitness, lifestyle, just a bunch of different things so I can try to keep it more well-rounded. But I'd like to do a fitness challenge, so maybe that's just an attempt to see how many pull-ups I can do every day. -1, I have no clue. We're gonna see. I'd like to visit a national park that I've never been to. Now I've been to quite a solid amount of national parks. I've been very blessed as a child to have parents that wanted to travel within the United States and go to all the national parks. And so I would like to go to a national park that I have not been to. Now that would probably be on the north or east coast, because I've been to mostly like western and southern places. Maybe closer so I can actually like get it done within a weekend, because I want to like try to keep all of my PTO for some of the things that are later in the 30 things. I want to spend the day being a tourist in my own city. I've lived in Dallas, Texas for 5 years now, and like I don't think I know that much about my city. I want to be a tourist in my own city. After going to like New York and all these other places, like being a tourist, like I don't know why I haven't spent a day being a tourist in my own city. Like I live so close to downtown Dallas and all these things. Why don't I go be a tourist in my own city where it's so close to home and it doesn't inconvenience me? I don't have to pay for that much travel besides like gas getting around. Something that you may not know about me is I used to know how to play the ukulele. From my first job, I saved my own money and bought a little pineapple ukulele, and I was trying to teach myself how to play the ukulele because I couldn't figure out the guitar. Like, I felt like my fingers couldn't actually reach the strings like they should. And so I was like, you know what, I'll just learn the ukulele. And then I never picked it back up. I even went to Hawaii, and I bought a ukulele there, and I don't play it. I don't pick it up. I don't try. So I want to try to play my ukulele a little bit better, and like know more than like 4 songs would be great. Next up, I want to take a dance class. Now, knowing me, it's probably going to be something 2-step related. I would love to like maybe learn how to like barco swing or something with like a one-on-one. So that way, one, I don't have to worry about other people being in the video and editing them out or asking their permission, but just being able to be better at dancing when I go to the dance hall on Friday nights, because that's how I spend my free time. I think I'm at 21. I want to read 30 books before 30. Now this is gonna range from like Frida McFadden to Sadie Robertson to like self-care books. And I'm gonna kind of keep it in a mix so that way I can hopefully like actually read 30 books before 30. I think it's pretty doable. It's just reading about 5 books a month. And if I can like try to like maybe use my 30 minutes of cardio time to like read my book and like just pick up my book instead of scrolling, I think I can do it, and I'm kind of excited to see what I'm able to accomplish with that. I would like to visit a place I've always talked about. And so this place would be Niagara Falls, and that would be on the Canada side, not the US side. Now I will have to like try to wait until the fires have a little bit simmered down, not only for safety, but just because we want to be able to actually see the Niagara Falls, and there's a lot of smoke that's blowing in from the Canada side. Another thing is I would like to learn a new sport. I think at this moment the sport would probably be golf, because I have friends who play golf and wouldn't mind like teaching me, or they won like a raffle thing, and so I would be able to kind of like hone in on their time while utilizing their clubs. I grew up playing tennis, grew up playing basketball, I did cheerleading, I did gymnastics, I did track, I swam, I did soccer when I was 5. So I just want to learn a new sport, and golf seems like it would just be the most fun, mostly because I could do it alone or I could do it with a group of friends. And I have so many friends who literally golf, so I think it would be a fun way to hang out with my friends and just learn something new. Now, been following along my little journey, you would know that I'm trying to run a sub 10-minute mile. Those are one of the things before I'm 30 that I would like to accomplish. I'm hoping, because I ran a 10-minute 43-second mile, I just have to shave off 12 seconds per quarter mile, and so I'm hoping that it's achievable. And if it is achievable, then I'll just lower that goal a little bit, so that way I can just have just a better goal, especially if I succeed a little bit sooner than I'm hoping. With that, I would also like to run a sub 35-minute 5K. So 3.2 miles, I think it is, but I'd like to run a legitimate one, not just running one with friends, but like a legitimate like Katy Trail mile or something like that. Katy Trail 5K or something like that. I would like to take a road trip with my dogs. So just like taking professional photos with them, I would love to take an actual road trip. Vera's gonna be 9 years old this year, and it just keeps reminding me that time has just kind of been passing away, and I've been wanting to take her on a road trip. And so I wanna figure that out, whether that be to the beach, for a weekend, or just something a little bit more relaxed. I would love to take them on a road trip. Now, a big ticket item is renovating my house. And so with that, I'm gonna try to do one project a month, so that way by the time I hit the ripe age of 30 years old, I can then possibly add one of the 30 things or take off one and have a house party at my house. I've lived there for 4 years, and I would love to share like the place that I've been living in, because I just haven't had anybody over, because like my garage still needs to be finished. I still need a bathroom door. My pantry's not done. I don't have closets, like just small things like that. And so I think I would be able to accomplish that in 6 months. And I just kind of gotta force myself to actually finish it. Number 28 or 29, number 29, I would like to travel abroad. And so I know I'll be able to do this because my friend Natalia is possibly going to Brazil on New Year's. And so I'm going to basically ticket in myself in that journey and finally travel abroad, not by a cruise ship, but by actually having to go to the country and spend time there where I'm not like at a port from a cruise or something like that, like I'm actually visiting the country. Last but not least, I want to go skydiving. It is something that I've always thought about, and I think it would be so much fun. Am I nervous? Absolutely. But I'm gonna try to do some research and make sure I find like a relatively like good place to go so that way I'm not like wigging out and making sure that I'm safe. And hopefully I know some people who've had like experience with a skydiving company here in Dallas, or who knows, maybe I do it somewhere else. How cool would it be to skydive at Niagara Falls? I think that would be relatively cool. That's the final thing that's on my list of 30 things before 30, and I hope you guys follow along. I'm relatively excited about it, and I'm also nervous. I'm going to accomplish what I can, and if I don't finish it, that's okay, at least I tried. But those are my 30 things before 30. That's all I have for y'all today. I'm hoping I can get this edited and posted on time, but otherwise, thanks for watching episode 4, and I hope to see you next time. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.